My name is Tyme Michael, and my real name is Tyme Michael, and I'm born and raised in the Free State. I would describe myself as a very observant person. I like I like to engage in things that will inspire me. Per se, sometimes I can just sit, do nothing, and I'll find inspiration within that. It's a really hard thing to not do anything. People don't get that, but it's actually a really hard task to not do anything. So I just like finding inspiration, and yeah. At very early as a child, very early as a child, but when I started thinking I will do music in life was in 2008 when Lil Wayne released The Carter 3. It was my first time being introduced to DSTV, and now you getting exposed to things like Lollipop and Millie, those songs, and I'm like, yeah, I want to be like this guy. So that's when I was like, I'm gonna do music. My own music was, it's different people, I won't lie, because my sound is very distinct, yeah, but mostly there are artists in Lesotho who who helped me to navigate my sound and where I live in the Free State. There's also a factor of soul artists. I listen to a lot of soul and R&B more than I do listen to hip hop. So those are the people who actually shaped my sound. Your Erykah Badu, your Janae Aiko, your Her. Yeah, ups and downs. I think so far this year I've made a very bold decision that I was avoiding to make all the years, and that's to like stick to a particular sound. Because as an artist, you're very versatile, like I can do Afro pop, I can trap, I can rap, I can do conscious rap, I can do political rap. Like I've been throughout all these sectors of hip hop. And then now I'm like, okay, I need to choose a sound so people can be able to identify me, and yeah. Shooting content. Shooting content and I will say growing a social media platform, it's not easy. It's not about just you being consistent in content, but it's about people getting to know you. And me as a person who's not so engaged in social media, I have to now work to now love creating content, in order to get more followers. But that's the biggest challenge, yeah, I've faced so far. I've always known, I'll give you a short story now. So there was in 2014, 15, I think 14, I had failed my grade 8 in 2014. And I remember my parents were both disappointed. And in order to keep going, because I didn't like school. So in order to keep going, I told my mom, like, look, when I get to grade 12, the first thing you gotta do is let me study music, because this is what I want to do. And she was like, okay. I got to grade 12. When you get to provincial levels and you're done yourself, and now they're like, you gotta do another path. But the pivotal moment came in grade 12, because there was a time where I sat alone, and now you look at life and you're like, what do you gotta do? And where are you trying to go? And, my older brother told me that it's not about the amount of money you make, it's about the lifestyle you want to live. Well, what access do you want to have? How do you want to wake up? How do you want to go to bed? And I realized that, what, my calling is in music, because everything in life had always brought me back to the music. Every single thing goes to the music. Yeah. The biggest dream, man, is to be heard, because I think, I think I have something to say to people, and if you listen to my body of work, you will know that I'm promoting self-love and self-confidence throughout most of my work. But another big achievement I would like to say is just to like making it possible for people to be inspired to know that they can live with that talent. Because I think a lot of times they say hard work beats talent. I doubt that. Like when something is given to you, your life and all its aspects, the challenges you face are just built on that specific gift. And it's an experience where somebody who's working towards it will never experience, you know. So yeah, I think just motivating people and inspiring them to say you can live with your talent and you can make it with your talent, you know. And yeah, that's just what I want to achieve. Man, give me 3 years, man. Give me 3 years, man. 3 years tops. I'll probably be on your radio stations, you know. I'm not a fan of TV, so I'm aiming for radio stations. I'll probably be touring nationwide because I don't want to say it's in the plan, but it's in the plan, you know. It's not just goals that I'm just like dreaming about. You're working towards this, but I think 3 years max, I'll be somewhere. Yo, a lot. Because I'm also learning as I'm going, you know. But the first thing is don't wait for the perfect time to release the song, you know, and know that you recording and the song being complete is only the beginning of the work. The work actually starts after the song is released. And if you're not feeling it, don't make it. Yeah.